What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 16, and this time around it's actually a pretty neat. It is the Patriot tank, and don't worry, the first thing I checked when I saw this is you can buy the one without camo, which is really nice. Also, the Patriot has always been at a pretty decent price as far as tier 8 goes, because it's about 32 euros for a tier 8 heavy, non-limited matchmaking tank. Obviously, I'm not too big on the Patriot, paint scheme, especially now with the custom camo. It doesn't work on the Patriot for obvious reasons. It does work on the E5 though, so it is worth picking up there. Also, you might want to keep in mind that you can get an E5 in the loot boxes, because I know somebody's going to talk about it. You can get it in the loot boxes, but it's straight up gambling. So yeah. If you just want to make sure you get it, because if you then get a duplicate of the E5, you get a garage slot and the gold anyway. So if you want to make sure you have an E5 in your collection, you probably just want to buy it here, right? Or if you really like the Patriot, you should just buy it anyway, because, well, it's not in the loot boxes, right? But yeah, the Patriot, it's the same across all the other servers, and the Patriot is actually probably my favorite premium tank currently. You know, with the increase of super heavies everywhere, it does suffer a little bit, but overall, I think it's a really solid premium tank. It has 230 base pen, it has 259 premium pen, which is only 29 higher, and you will find yourself not using the premium too much, and then 45 on the HE, but again, you're not going to shoot that too much. It has almost 2100 base DPM, 240 alpha, really nice gun handling and pretty decent dispersion as well. The gun handling on this is awesome, especially if you put all the goodies on, browser arms and all that. It goes 40, it reaches 40 fairly quickly as well. It's pretty maneuverable for a heavy tank. It has the classic American 10 degrees of gun depression. 390 base free range is excellent as well. 1500 health is perfectly fine. And if we take a look at the 3D model, you'll see that the armor is pretty neat as well. The lower plate is a weak spot, of course, but even the weak spot is not super weak, as you can see. And as long as they have 175 base pen or lower, you can pretty much dominate them even with your hull, which is, for an American tank, pretty good, because a lot of American tanks, the lower plate is pretty weak. On this one, it just simply isn't. It goes anywhere from like 176 to 180 to 190 or so, and then the upper hull is of course even better. And then of course, like most American heavy tanks, the turret armor is ridiculously good. It does have a little weak spot on top, but which is fairly hard to hit, and you still need over 200 pen to reliably pen it. And when you use your gun depression to the fullest, aka the -10, this goes away pretty much entirely. So if you only show this, you're pretty much an invulnerable fortress. There will always be TDs and shit that will shoot you in the side of the turret here. As you can see, there is some weird things going on with the side that does get a little bit weak. And the sides of the turret are weaker than on the T-32, if I remember correctly. And of course, the side of the hull and all that is not the greatest thing humankind has ever seen. And the back is super weak as well. So classic American design, hull down, a super good turret, really good. The hull is pretty damn good for an American tank as well. And if, you know, I can highly recommend this tank. The reason why it's so good is because it has a reliable gun. You can read, you usually need 2 shots to track someone, because it's a 240 alpha gun. But some of the lower tiers at tier 7 and 6, you can 1-shot track them, and with this short reload of 6.9 base reload, you can keep tracking them for days, which is really nice. Having this strong hull armor also enables you to carry pretty damn hard against tier 7 and 6 opponents, and sometimes even some of the tier 8 in city fights and such, because they'll have a rough time, and like I said, the lower plate is not really a weak spot. At tier versus tier 9 and 10, your turret will still hold out pretty damn well, and the accuracy means that you can aim fairly well for weak spots and stuff like this. The APSR pen is tad on the low side for the super heavy meta, but it's super manageable. And yeah, overall, I think it's definitely worth a purchase if you're looking for an American heavy crew trainer slash credit making machine. The other nice benefit of having high base spend at 230 and having a reliable gun means that you hit often, do damage often, and you don't have to load the premium so much. And it is also ridiculously cheap. It is 255 credits for a normal shell. And it's 4,400 for the APCR that is the premium one. But like I said, you're not going to use that too much. And yeah, 255 per 240 damage is extremely good. You're going to be making bank in this. And if you get a lucky streak of matchmaking and don't meet too much tier 9 and 10, yeah, I think you're going to like it quite a bit. If you like the T29, if you like the T32, the E5, a lot of people seem to hate the M103, but I still like the M103. If you like that whole entire tank line, this thing is perfect for you. And some people will say that this is straight up better than the T32. I don't think it is, simply because the turret is not as bulletproof as the T32. But I can see where people come from, because the T32 has the like 300 alpha gun, but has like 198 base spend. And people will surely mention this in the comments. I don't think the T32 is that bad though. And I think the E5 is freaking glorious. And if you have the money to spend and you're looking for all this, yes, it is a good purchase. You know, you could always argue that spending 30 euros on one tank is a bit ridiculous, but as far as wargaming goes and wargaming prices go, this is worth a pickup if you yeah, unless you don't have any American heavies and you don't train heavies and you don't train American tech trees or anything like that, then yeah, you might not want to buy it. But that goes without saying. But yeah, that is Advent Calendar Day 16. If you're interested in some gameplay, I'll put some up right now in the Patriot or the E5. I'll probably have some games in it because, well, like I said, it's freaking glorious. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow for Day 17. Peace out, everyone.